I think I've created a monster. Let me explain. So over the last, I would say, the last 3 months, I've been working on trying to expand my business. Initially, I started a school program to create a community for my local business. I wanted to engage with my customers more, have a place for my customers to engage with me, talk about different sales, different prices, different cuts of meat, and then go out and broaden that to, well, share more intimate stuff with regards to topics regarding diet and the carnivore diet specifically. Um, but it kind of morphed, and it morphed drastically. It morphed to the point where I started building out a program. I started building a program based on nutritional data. I wanted to have a database where anybody could access and get scientifically backed information as to what is needed in the humans uh, what was the daily requirement for nutrients. Sorry, doing this ad lib is a lot harder than having edited pieces. So bear with me, please. In any case, like I said, I built up this nutritional database, and it was fairly advanced. It was through Base, and it was coming along okay. And then I noticed that it had a lot of bottlenecks and shortcomings. And I was using GPT and Grok and Claude for research as is. So I thought, well, why don't I just throw everything into one of those GPTs? And along the way, I devised a program that was because meat sales had slumped at the shop, and a lot of the clients I was getting were international. I decided to formulate a program that was designed to, it's called the Prime Grind Finder, based around basically, I built my own special grind, and I prefer it to steak any day of the week. I will eat that I did eat that every day of the week for months on end. So that's why it's ingrained in me. Anyways, this program will find diamonds in the rough no matter where you are on the planet. So I want to find pasture raised, no antibiotics, no hormones, no Bovaer, no nonsense. People that do regenerative farming, basically, find those ranchers that are hard to find that are not usually listed on Google, and that's what this program is designed for. This original GPT was for. So I built that one, and then I started thinking when I was building the base program, it's like, why don't I just take all the information here and put it into this? So that's what I did. I initially built a program. It was called the Carnivore Battle Codex, and I gave that to my customers or my clients in the school community. And some were playing with it, and I got a little bit of feedback, but I didn't stop. I actually didn't. I didn't care for feedback at the time. I just liked where things were going. So I continued, and I started building behavioral subroutines and. Uh, 4,000 lines of code later, um, I've got an extremely advanced program. I also took uh, years ago. This is going to a little offshoot, but we'll dial back to the whole program. So my very first job on with the internet was filling out a database for the herbal industry. A company had come to me and said they wanted to put their entire database online, and they wanted somebody to transcribe it. So I did just that. I got that because I was doing court reporting to pay my way through school, and so it just came natural. And I was also a practicing herbalist at the time, so it went hand in hand. So I entered in 760 some pages of information into the internet and learned a lot about herbalism. It was kind of cool, and did just that here. Now, thankfully, I've got over a decade of addictions counseling and 4 years of carnivore under my belt, so I know what to ask. I know what I'm looking for. And that's what I did with this GPT. So I dive deeper and deeper to find what type of messaging you want, what type of guidance a person would want. And I program that into the GPT. And it's a phenomenal device. I it is the most gorgeous machine I've seen in a long time, software wise. It's absolutely gorgeous. I did programming 30 years ago, in assembler, C++, Visual. It was rudimentary. This is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Yeah. So, in any case, I've offered it over to my community. I've spent a lot of time on this program. I've spent about, I don't know, well, it's the last 3 months I've been dedicated specifically on this one. Um, well, 2 months, every single day working on this program. Uh, I harken back to this one email I got from this gentleman by the name of Alex Finn, and he said, "Sit in your computer for the next 7 months and build a program, and then make money." I'm like, hmm, yeah, I haven't done programming in 30 years, and I don't think any of the things that I did back then could make me anything today. But I really don't care about that factor. I care about, well, is this actually going to help people? So I've done beta testing with some clients. I also did beta testing personally against doctors on X, and I got a lot of people blocking me, um, and a lot of respect. So the information is solid. It's not giving false information. It's giving accurate information, and it's backed by science. Like this information is readily available for us, but we don't have the ability to access all of it in one place. It's fragmented. Like initially, I was building out these guidelines, these guides and charts and graphs to house all this information so a person could use it as reference. But what good is that information when a person would then have to go through the book and go through file after file and hope they find what they're looking for, where this GPT can actually find like what a tannin is, what plants they come from, what are the effects of them, how to mitigate it. So many different aspects that I wouldn't know off the top of my head. That's why I'm going a lot, where it just spits it out. And it's going to avoid telling you to take a tablespoon of cumin a day and saying it's going to be beneficial. It's going to point out that it's absolute rubbish. So it's going to keep things factual. The objective is to get healthy, not to be tied to a system, tied to the pharmaceutical industry, tied to the supplement industry, tied to any industry aside from a farm. That's all you should be tied to, is a farm or even a small local grocery store. I still pick up things at a grocery store, but for the most part, most of the product in these shopping stores are of no value to me. And you will get to that point as well if you value your health, right? But anyways, back to the program. So the objective now is to hand it out, but at what price? I've gone over this. If I had the credentials, like an MD or a practice, yeah, I probably could ask like $2,000 to $3,000 without a problem. Hell, I even put that through GPT and asked it. It's like, what could I get for this? And it came right back with, yeah, $2,000 to $3,000. I'm like, uh-huh. I was like, yeah, and if you do a subscription service, yeah, $100, $200 a month. I'm like, okay. So how many people are going to be excluded from that? That's the question. How many people are not going to be able to afford that? How many people are just going to say, you know what, screw you, I'm going to buy a book, get half the information, try it, hope that it worked, and it may not. Like, my journey, I followed numerous influencers, I read numerous books, numerous studies. I already had a back history in science and health and stuff like that. But of course, I ignored most of it. I just let my health slide. But I was able to rectify that through, again, my knowledge and then gaining the knowledge. Well, I've put all that knowledge into this GPT and some, way beyond my existing knowledge base from the AI. So, yeah, wow. This thing is, like I said, you have to see it to believe it. But you know what? I'm just going to give it away. I would rather people use it, and if they benefit from it, toss me a donation. That's it. I would rather people that are suffering right now see a benefit from um, some guidance and some direction rather than paying a couple $100 and following some plan and hoping for the best. I would rather you get some success, get some benefits out of it, and then if you see that benefit, toss me a few bucks. That's about it. I want to see as many people healed as possible. And I'm going to continue updating the information on this program, on this GPT. I'm going to build it out. Right now, it's going to remain. I can make some small adjustments without removing access from everybody where they'd have to reacquire it. But at the end of the year, I will be doing probably a full hard update, which we'll see what happens in that respect. But right now, I'm going to put it on my school site. I'm going to put it on X. I'm going to put it on YouTube here. It's available for everybody and anybody. I want people to use it. I want feedback. I'm open to any criticism or just anything. I want to hear back from people. I want people to see some successes. I saw a great success. I wish I had this program myself when I was going through this. Actually, I'm using it right now to help with my mother. It's giving me some information that even I didn't know. So I was like, perfect. We got her eating sardines. So again, it's like carnivore is very varied. You can get all of the nutrients you require in carnivore from animal sources. You do not need to introduce anti-nutrients into your diet. There's just no need for it. So, but that's beside the point. Visit the GPT, have fun, test it out, share it with your friends. Again, nobody's under any obligation to pay anything up front. Again, if you want to toss me a donation, you're more than welcome. If you want to join the school community and be part of the input for growing it and coaching and just a community to bounce ideas off each other. Like, that's the whole point of this. We want to get healthy together. We want to have a much better globe. We want a lot more people out there having a better disposition on life. That's the goal. People all being doom and gloom and this thing's going to kill you and that thing's going to kill you. Well, there's a lot of things already killing us. So how about we mitigate what we can defend against and never be tied to something? That's the goal. So have a good day. Thank you.